Imagine a walled city, ravaged by war, where silence is more frightening than gunfire, where every abandoned building could hide a secret or a deadly trap. Escape from Tarkov is not just a hardcore survival game. It is a narrative enigma. It is a puzzle full of mysteries, hidden clues, and unspoken truths. And at the center of this narrative labyrinth is TerraGroup, a multinational pharmaceutical company, perhaps on paper. But beneath the surface lie unregistered operations, secret laboratories, contacts with international entities, and suspicious movements on the black market. Who protects TerraGroup? And why has Tarkov become a war zone forgotten by the world? What lies behind the PMC missions? What experiments have been conducted in the underground labs? Why is the government silent? In this video, we'll delve into the darker side of Escape from Tarkov's lore. We'll analyze hidden documents, elusive plots, and connections that many players don't even notice. Get ready, because nothing is what it seems. And the truth about TerraGroup is closer than you think. TerraGroup was officially founded as a Western pharmaceutical conglomerate specializing in biotechnology research. Nothing strange on the surface. A modern logo, impeccable press releases, investments in medicine and technology. But it is precisely this perfection that arouses suspicion. Because digging into public records reveals disturbing connections, subsidiaries based in tax havens, unconfirmed contracts with government agencies, and partnerships with private PMCs. In the early 2000s, TerraGroup expanded rapidly in Eastern Europe, not in modern cities, but in politically fragile grey areas. It was during this period that it established an official presence in the Norvinsk region, on the border between Russia and the West. The Russian government created the Special Economic Zone, an area where multinationals can operate with relaxed laws, little supervision, and no criminal liability. TerraGroup immediately moves in, buying industrial complexes, abandoned factories, and city subsoil. But what it builds are not just offices and laboratories. Rumors of illegal operations begin to emerge. People talk about nighttime movements, shielded trucks, unregistered helicopters, residents who disappear, employees who don't come home. Inside the infamous The Lab, no one really knows what is being studied. Some sources speak of advanced biotechnology, others of genetic engineering. But the most widespread theory is that it is unauthorized human experimentation. The TerraGroup takes total control of the territory. It controls information, bribes local authorities, and when tensions explode, it is ready. It recruits contractors from USEC, an American PMC officially there, to protect corporate assets. But clashes with BEAR, an armed group of Russian origin, quickly escalate into open conflict. Tarkov descends into chaos. Civilians flee, information is blacked out, and TerraGroup dissolves. But none of this is a mistake. It's an orchestrated scenario, because whoever controls the chaos also controls the truth. And now that Tarkov is isolated, destroyed, and forgotten, who can still discover what TerraGroup was really building? When you think of a multinational pharmaceutical company, you think of investors, laboratories, and medical research. But TerraGroup plays in a completely different field. From hidden files, side missions, and NPC dialogues, a disturbing international network emerges. A web of power hidden behind corporate language. The most obvious connection is with United Security, USEC, an American PMC that provides weapons, tactical security, and territory control. Officially, it's a defense contract. In practice, it's a corporate army. USEC does not answer to a state. It answers to a client. And the client is TerraGroup. USEC's operations in Tarkov are systematic, planned. They coordinate checkpoints, eliminate witnesses, destroy civilian infrastructure. It's not protection, it's containment. But what's even more suspicious? The United Nations seems to be perfectly informed. UN forces in the region, officially present to monitor the conflict, never intervene directly. In some missions, you find censored audio files and reports. They contain phrases such as passive observation or priority, media silence. There is an undeclared collaboration, a tacit agreement to let the TerraGroup operate undisturbed. And that's not all. Several unlockable computer terminals reveal transactions with other megacorporations, cyber surveillance companies, war production, nanotechnology, a network that suggests multinational military experimentation. Some theories within the community suggest a long-term plan to use Tarkov as an open-air laboratory, to test human adaptation to urban stress, to analyze behavior under threat, to study hybrid warfare in degraded environments. There are even those who speculate about NATO involvement, an experiment on how civil societies react to conflict without a visible enemy. All this points to one thing. TerraGroup is not alone. It is the executive arm of a larger system. A system that operates in the shadows, that uses wars as experiments, cities as guinea pigs, and PMCs as armed puppets. And Tarkov? It's just the first test. How many other Tarkovs exist in the world? And no one talks about them. What is really hidden in TerraGroup's underground laboratories? What is the nature of the research conducted in the lower levels of the lab? The scattered and cryptic evidence all points in one direction. Experiments on human beings. Some talk about advanced pharmacological tests. Others talk about biological agents developed for military purposes. But one theory emerges from narrative fragments and hidden missions. The creation of a new type of fighter capable of withstanding modern urban warfare. The raiders, hostile figures who control certain areas, do not behave like ordinary scavs. They are too organized, too aggressive. Their movement patterns seem calculated. Their uniforms are not official. Their behavior is reminiscent of tests conducted in controlled environments. But what are they really testing? Some encrypted files suggest experiments on human behavior under extreme stress. Studies on decision-making, fear management, aggression, and forced collaboration. In practice, Tarkov could be an open-air psychological laboratory. According to a theory put forward by some fans, the entire city is an active simulation. Every PMC, every scav, even the weather patterns could be elements of a social experiment. Some scavs repeat strange phrases. They seem unable to distinguish between real and artificial. In certain areas, respawns are too precise, almost artificial. Reality or system bug? Or perhaps proof that you, the player, are also being observed? An even more extreme theory hypothesizes the involvement of artificial intelligence. A central AI that collects data from each raid, analyzes it, and uses it to evolve NPC behavior. Some files refer to adaptive modules and iterative behavior units, acronyms that could indicate an experimental AI system. And so Tarkov becomes something else. Not just a battlefield, but a glass cage, where every step is monitored, every decision analyzed, every death recorded. TerraGroup isn't just experimenting with technology, it's testing the limits of humanity. And you? Are you sure that every choice you make is really yours? TerraGroup is much more than just a pharmaceutical company. It is a network of power, an invisible machine operating at the intersection of science, war, and control. From Norvinsk to the rest of the world, what happened in Tarkov may not be an isolated case, but the first piece of a global experiment. The lore of Escape from Tarkov presents us with a world where multinational corporations act above the law, where the truth is hidden behind badges, encrypted files, and bought silence. And perhaps the most important question is not what did TerraGroup do, but who let them do it. How many other organizations are conducting similar experiments? How many other Tarkovs are being born in silence? Now it's your turn. Have you found other clues in the game? Do you have theories about who is really controlling everything? Write it in the comments. I want to hear your ideas. And if you enjoyed this journey into the darkest lore of Tarkov, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell. Because this is only the beginning.